Greetings and welcome back to the For Health Scholars channel. My name is Dr. Orobosa, and on this channel, I show current and aspiring public health, health administration, and management professionals how to one, quickly and successfully earn their degrees, and two, how to start, build, and enjoy profitable careers within the business side of the healthcare industry globally. Now, today's video is all about preparing a strong DHA admissions application, and this video is coming from a series I have titled Becoming a Doctor of Health Administration. And so if you haven't followed the series, definitely look in the description. The links are there. But in the first video, I talk about what is becoming a doctor of health administration all about. The second video, I talk about the differences between a PhD in health administration versus an evidence-based degree, which is a doctor of health administration. I also talk about the different university options out there in pursuing your degree as a health administration professional at the doctoral level. So definitely check out that playlist. And this video is just a continuance. But before I get into the conversation for today, there are two things that I need you to do for me. And so the first one is to turn on your post notifications, and the second one is to subscribe to this channel. Each and every week I do post videos that answers many of the questions that you have within the business side of the healthcare industry. I even answer questions that you probably can't find with a basic Google search. So definitely subscribe and definitely turn on your post notifications. I promise you don't want to miss out. So as I stated, today's video is all about preparing a strong DHA admissions application. And the reason why I'm creating this video is because, once again, I wish somebody at the beginning of my doctoral journey told me what I should expect from admissions to the end of the process. But nonetheless, I am here today. And the first thing I want you to know is that 50% of doctoral students drop out of their program. Yes, that is half. Half of the students who start a doctoral program tend to drop out. Now, of course, there are so many reasons why a student, particularly a doctoral student, would drop out. But I think there are several factors that comes with just the TDG process. So when I talk about TDG, I mean completing the doctoral program takes time, tenacity, and grit. That's the TDG. Time, tenacity, and grit. But it also takes proper preparation. And once again, I have been an individual who didn't have proper preparation at the beginning. I just made an impulsive decision that I wanted to become a doctor of health administration. I enrolled in the program, but the process has started off shaky for me. And that was because I was not properly prepared to embark on the journey ahead. But no worries. This is why I'm creating the video, because I don't want anyone else who is very much interested in pursuing a doctorate of health administration to start off how I started off, confused, not 100% sure, and really frustrated most of my program. And I'm here to tell you that the TTG process starts early. It starts during your admissions phase. And so this happens at no matter what type of doctoral program you embark on or enroll in, that time, tenacity, and grit aspect is key. You must have time to complete the program. You must be able to exude tenacity, especially when it gets challenging throughout your program. And then, of course, the grit. I'm here to tell you that the doctoral process, it has a plethora of emotions, many good, some not so great, and it varies from individual to individual. But from my own experience, I can tell you that throughout the process, I was enjoying it until certain aspects towards the end, when it was really getting challenging and they started turning the heat up. There's not really much people who can, or individuals that you can ask questions. And so for me, because it wasn't so clear at times, it made it very frustrating for me. But that's the grit, right? I was able to overcome those challenges. I was able to overcome my emotions. I didn't give up. And at the end, acquiring the degree was so rewarding. And so this is why I'm creating this video for you too, to let you know that as much as it takes hard work in embarking on a doctoral program and completing the doctoral program, it is truly rewarding. But you must be aware that it has the TTG process, and you must exude TTG, which is time, tenacity, and grit. And so it is imperative that you learn how to navigate and manage the ZTG process early. And this is why in today's video, I'm going to give you 7 tips on how to prepare a strong DHA application. I promise these tips will alleviate some of the questions you may have about the doctoral journey, especially at the admissions phase. So the first tip I would tell you is to start early, okay? Make sure that you start very early in gathering your admissions documentation and just making the decision that you want to become a doctoral student. I mean, there's so many reasons why you need to start early, but the key is this aspect of time, starting early. And so another way you can prepare for your DHA admissions application is to attend a DHA information sessions. And for the most part, they're virtual, but some universities do offer these sessions in person. But I encourage you to attend one of these sessions. In these sessions, you get a chance to meet with the dean, you get a chance to talk to the program director, you get insight of what the university is all about, their mission, vision, and values, what your program is all about, what is expected of you once you become a student at that university within the DHA program. And so I encourage you to attend the virtual info sessions. They answer many of the questions that you may have, especially about the admissions application. They give you the deadlines and when you need to turn in your application, and deadlines are key. Okay, so here is the time and tenacity aspect that is starting very early on in the program. Then the third tip is to apply strategically. So unlike your bachelor's or even master's programs, you probably had a list of universities that you applied to, and the number didn't really matter as long as you got into a university that was affordable to you, as well as offered the program of your choice. But with the doctoral program, with any doctoral program, you need to be strategic. And so you probably don't have the time to apply to over 20 doctoral universities, and there are not that many universities that offer a Doctor of Health Administration. And so you have to be very strategic on the universities that you're going to apply for. And in this strategy, keep in mind the cost of the program, and not just the costs at the forefront, costs that you endure during your program. Some key costs that I endured during my program was editing, hiring an editor to review my document to make sure that it was polished. All right. Time off of work. So I did have to take time off when I was working a 9 to 5 to dedicate to writing my paper and using my vacation and PTO time. All right. So this process, I want you to think of very early. And so this is why you need to apply strategically, looking at the length of these programs, the cost of these programs, what resources and scholarships that they have available for students like you who may need that assistance to help you complete this program. And so I would tell you, select maybe 1 to 3 universities with the DHA program and apply to them. And each university has their own criteria for their admissions application. So if you are trying to apply and to 10 programs and be overzealous, think about it. You also have to navigate 10 universities' admission criteria, and that can be challenging. But once you determine the 1 to 3 schools, I think that's sufficient, maybe 4, all right? Read and reread each application criteria. This is key. Reread each application criteria, because from university to university, their admissions application may vary. One university may be asking you to just complete their standard application. Another university may be telling you complete their application, submit your personal statement, submit your CV, submit reference letters, submit another type of essay. And then another university may ask you to do that, plus come in for an interview. So you have to be well versed in what each university is asking you for, because the better you are prepared and understanding their application process, the better chance you have of being accepted into the university. I have sat on doctoral admissions committees, and I'm here to tell you, if you're missing documentation or you don't have what we asked for, we're tossing your application to the side. Easy, without a blink. Okay, so keep that in mind. I want to encourage you to make sure that you are well versed in what that university is asking for you at the admissions phase. It will help you tremendously through your program and even at the end of your program. Then the next tip is to prepare your admissions documentation. This is why I tell you to start early. Like I said, Each university has their own criteria. You may need to get reference letters. You may need to order your transcript. And these things take time, especially reference letters. Like you may need to get one from a colleague. You may need to get one from your previous boss, a dean, a professor, and everybody has their own schedule. So you want to start early so that you're not passing the deadline, because for most universities, they don't accept applications after their deadline date. You would have to wait until the second round. Some universities have like an open or rolling enrollment phase, but it varies. So just do yourself a favor and prepare your admissions documents and start early. Then, if you are asked to write a personal statement, make sure that you're writing a compelling one. This is something that I have seen in just my own journey of reviewing admissions applications. Many doctoral students, they get caught up of trying to prove to the committee, because it's usually a committee that's reviewing your admissions application at the doctoral level. They get caught up of just trying to prove why they're going to be a good student. But for many universities, they are selecting you based on your competencies, your merit, but also how well you are going to use this degree once you earn it in the field. The university wants students who will remember them once they graduate, who will make them look good, who will also play up the university and give it justice, right? This is a great program, who is going to refer other students. So you want to write a compelling statement to prove to them that, yes, outside of being a student, you are a healthcare leader in your own right. And this program will help you continue to expound on your leadership skills. This program will help you solve real problems that we see in the healthcare industry. Unlike any other industry, the healthcare industry is in the business of serving patients at their greatest point of needs. And as a result, healthcare workers are often compassionate, empathetic, right? So you need to exude all of these attributes and characteristics in your personal statement. Hence the name, personal statement. How is this degree going to transform your life and the life of others? That is a tip that I can really give to you. And if you do that by answering the 5 W's and the H, the who, the what, the when, the where, the why, and the how, you're definitely preparing your admissions personal statement to really move and lean on the hearts of the faculty members and to lead into that space of being accepted into their program. Also, remember the faculty members who are also reviewing their admissions application, you may encounter them throughout your program. They may even be your dissertation supervisor. So they want to make sure that they are screening for exceptional talent. So you want to also convey that in your personal statement. And then the last tip is to be bold and apply. So many individuals and professionals get caught up at this stage, right? You have this want to do a doctoral program, but fear starts to set in, or anxiety starts to set in, or you feel even imposter syndrome starts to set in. But I'm here to tell you, the only way you know that you are able to become a doctor of health administration is by applying. Okay. The worst thing that can happen to you is that you get rejected from a university. They don't accept your application. The world doesn't stop, but life goes on, and then you can switch into plan B. And if you apply to 2 to 3 other universities, you have those options. But the worst thing that you can do is feel like you're not able to move forward in this process and you're not worthy to be a doctor of health administration by not applying. So my tip and last tip to you is to be bold and apply. We need more healthcare professionals at the doctoral level, individuals who are going to drive the healthcare industry forward. When we think about how formalized medicine started over 200 years ago at the end of 1700s to 1800s to date, so much has transformed about our system. And 100% of that is due to human capital. Individuals who are innovative, individuals who studied how to solve problems. And when you're in a doctoral program, especially a doctor of health administration program, you are being prepared and you're being equipped with the skills to solve problems, to lead healthcare organizations and systems forward. So don't feel hesitant or don't feel like you're incapable of acquiring this degree. Yes, you're going to experience some ups, some highs, but sometimes you may experience some lows. But that varies from person to person. And this is why I would tell you, in addition to just embarking on the journey, having a support system. And it is in my video of what it takes to become a doctor of health administration. You need to have a support system. But all of that starts with one, you believing in yourself and believing that you are a doctor of health administration. You can create impact, and that is the goal. So, to recap my 7 tips that I have for you in preparing a very strong and acceptance worthy DHA admissions application: 1, start early. 2, attend virtual or in person DHA info sessions. Apply strategically. Read and reread each admissions application criteria. Prepare your admissions documents. That's why you need to start early. Write a compelling personal statement if needed. Last, be bold and apply. And so, if you are a professional who's like, yes, this is what I want to do, I want to go back to school, I want to get my doctorate in health administration, you don't have to go into this process blind. I have written an ebook, which the link is located in the description box, that tells you step by step what you need to do up to the admissions phase so that you can get accepted into a Doctor of Health Administration program. And so definitely download the ebook. It is 100% free to you. I've given you all of the tips that you need to prepare you for this process. If you would like to meet with me after the ebook or beforehand, in that ebook, I put a link where you can set up an appointment with me and you get the opportunity to have a one-on-one consultation where we can talk about how you can get started in your journey. And so please do not be hesitant. Do not be afraid. You are capable of doing this. This is what led you here to this video. I trusted in God. I hope you trust in God. Whatever you can do, He will do for you 10 times fold. But once again, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Definitely like, subscribe, and share. Tell a friend who knows a friend who needs a friend who wants a friend in the health administration place that this is the channel for them. And until next time, bye for now.